Hello there! Today is Monday of the second week of our quarantine slash self-isolation slash social distancing, all the things. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 10% wage subsidy that the feds announced last week. I've had a lot of questions about it from my clients, and I figured maybe you have questions too, because we don't have a lot of details right now, but I can tell you what we do have. So the 10% wage subsidy is for small businesses who have employees. So that can include the shareholder. If you're the primary or the only shareholder, if you're a shareholder, it doesn't matter if you're the only one of the company, but you're also on the payroll, it counts for you too. And how it works is you have to manually calculate it. So you take 10% of the gross wages that you have paid out in the pay period. So this starts March 18th. So any pay from March 18th forward to sometime in June, I think it's the end of June, from March 14th or March 18th forward, take 10% of the gross salaries that you have, and you can deduct that from the income tax amount that you're paying over to the CRA in remittances. So you cannot reduce the amount of CPP and the EI that you're taking or that you're remitting, but you can reduce the income taxes that need to be remitted. So how that works is on April 15th, which is the next remittance deadline, you can just remit less money. So you need to be tracking this because the subsidy counts as income, for the company, for the company. It counts as income, which means it's taxable. So unfortunately, you then will have to pay tax on the amount of this subsidy, but luckily that won't be for a little while from now. So hopefully, it won't be as big a deal at that point. So let's do an example. So let's say you had $3,000 in gross wages for the pay period. You could take 10% of that, which is $300, and subtract it from the amount that you remit on the 15th. There's no additional paperwork that needs to be filed, and there's no application for it. You calculate it manually, deduct that amount from the amount that you're remitting. If you cannot use all of your subsidy, so for whatever reason, maybe you don't have $300 in income tax that you're remitting, then you can roll it forward to the next period. So say you could only have $250 reduced, you can roll that $50 to the next period. This subsidy maxes out at $25,000 per company, or I think it's $1,320 or $1,325 per employee, and it only runs till June. But I think it's worth it. It's worth it to take advantage, even though you have to pay tax on it, which is the dumbest. Why? Why did they do that? Why is this subsidy taxable income? But anyways, neither here nor there. Still worth it because you only 15%-ish, depending on your effective tax rate, is going to be taxable of the amount of the subsidy. So you're still getting a significant amount. Not significant, it's only 10%, but it's still good. It's still something, right? It saves you cash for the April 15th remittance. I have one client who's saving $750 next month, net of the increase in his income taxes. I have another client who's saving just over $600, so it's definitely worth it. Calculate your 10% subsidy, don't remit it to the government next time. If you have questions about this and how it applies to you, or if you have questions about any of the aid package that the government has announced, then definitely book a call with me and we can chat about it. There are not a ton of details that have been released yet because they haven't actually put this thing into law, and a lot of it doesn't start until the beginning of April, but this one starts right away. I would love to chat with you about how this and the other aid stuff impacts you and how you can take advantage of it. You can book a free 30 minutes with me. I've left the link in the description, and let's just chat about it. We can also chat about cash management and how you can just minimize the burn rate right now, because I know that's on everybody's mind. So if you have questions that you want answered right away, you don't want to wait for a meeting, you can leave them in the comments for me and I'll answer them there. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. I'll see you tomorrow.